Hello!
Right. We're here.
We are here. The game
Oh
is
my
now
goodness.
way quieter.
it's
Turns that
been
up a little bit.
it's been so long. This is lovely eerie music.
Also turn this back on because I've kept this in the 6 months since we last played this game.
Incredible. Well, we wouldn't want to lose track of our death counter. That's very important.
I kept looking
Um,
at it like, maybe I should delete this. It's been like months since I last played Breath of the Wild, and I was like, no, because one day I'll want to return, and then I'll be sad that I removed it.
Amazing.
Anyway, hello. I haven't played Breath of the Wild in 6 months. And
Also, if there's anyone active in chat right now, if you can let us know that our voices and audio and everything sounds good.
yes, that too. And also, if the game is gonna be, it'll probably not be obvious until like I get into combat or things move. Breath of the
Mm-hmm.
Wild has weird volume, but yeah, if sound is weird, um,
We'll
let
have
me
to
know.
discover that. Okay, Maeve says voices, audio, everything sounds good. Excellent.
So yeah, I haven't played Breath of the Wild in 6 months. I don't remember what the controls are.
It's
So,
fine. It's fine. Okay, well, you found the important button, which is whistling.
oh
Um,
yeah, I did
aka
a
the button I constantly hit accidentally, always.
I did a Hyrule Castle run in this, didn't I? So I have a whole
Yeah,
bunch of
yeah.
endgame gear.
Yeah, you just ran straight to Hyrule Castle and,
And then
uh...
it wouldn't let me get the memory. I really wanted to get that memory first, like it serves no
Yeah!
purpose, but criminal.
Oh, hello, Envika?
Hi,
Hello,
Ambi.
Envika?
Hi, Thran.
Envy, okay. Hi, Thren! Welcome to this.
Welcome to
Uh,
this.
uh,
Which, so I wasn't sure where I left off, but I know that I have multiple Breath of the Wild. You can only have one save file, so I have multiple like profiles on my Switch.
oh,
So I can
that's the
have a
way to do it.
second Breath of the Wild. Um,
Uh-huh.
and I didn't remember which one was the stream one, so I went and watched my last VOD. And I ended the stream going, haha, we'll leave off in front of the bus and next week I'll have a lot of fun with that. And then 6 months happened.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, perfect spot to ease back into it. Um, oh, I'm just a little bit sleepy today.
This music is
Um,
very sleepy inducing. I feel. Like today's a
I,
sleepy day anyway, I think, but
yeah. I was gonna say it is very like soothing, eerie music, but also I like stayed up late playing Magic the Gathering. So there's also that. Just a little break. Yeah, yeah.
I remember the gimmick of this place. Let's see if I can work out how to. I think you have to go up this way to get to the top. I think.
That sounds right. I actually did beat this Divine Beast. This is the only one I did.
It is the one that, like, if you're playing the. Like, you can.
If you're going the way that it, like, sort of urges you to go.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think this is high enough. But I can stand here, I guess.
Oh, well, there you go.
Wait, no, maybe this is correct. I don't know, I might have to be higher than this. I don't remember. Yeah, I have to be higher than this. I have to be...
We'll get up there.
up somewhere. Which actually... Let me do this. Does this launch me high enough to get... No, it doesn't.
Just enough to see that there's something up there.
Yeah, I think everyone is. Like, today is just a day that it feels sleep-ish. Like, Boo would have been here also, I think, but he's also very sleepy, so...
Yeah. Sleepy Sunday.
It's nice to be doing a stream on Sunday again. It's been a while.
Oh, excuse me, goodness. Alright.
Was that a sneeze?
No, it was a yawn.
Ah.
It was a little squeaky yawn.
There's an ice cream van outside. It's like 8 p.m.
Amazing! Oh-ho!
Yeah,
Okay,
this is the one that I got last.
Okay, so you got this one.
Where I was
I've forgotten
here,
everything about this.
And then I went down to the area where I was supposed to go next, and then it was like, I saved and quit, so it put me back.
Ah.
Let me get it. I don't have that much health. I apparently saved with not much health.
Time to eat some food.
What do I even have? I should probably save
this cooked fish.
The cooked food for during the fight, probably.
Oh.
Just gonna eat some random mushrooms.
Just shove mushrooms into your mouth. Just shove a hot pepper into your mouth.
They can't stop me.
Alright.
Do I remember how to use a... I use the motion controls for this, so... It's good to make sure I can do that.
Yeah.
Oh, did I need to be... I hope I didn't need to be on the other side.
Oh, you can get over there. That's not too bad.
Yeah, here we go. This is where I needed to go.
Ah.
Oh. Well, let's see if I remember how to...
Yeah, test in real time. Yeah.
But yeah, so I was gonna do just more Animal Crossing. But then I just was really in the mood to play Breath of the Wild.
I support Breath of the Wild.
Mostly because I unlocked a new area in Final Fantasy XIV, which I've been doing nothing but playing Final Fantasy XIV for the past like month straight.
For the past 3 days. Oh.
Longer than that. And the new area, I finally got to the first expansion, which means that I have new areas, and I'm just exploring these wide open areas with like nice chill music and lots of ruins everywhere, and I'm going ahead of the storyline to explore the areas I'm not supposed to be in yet. So there's no like story, there's no like people talking about things. or like the plot significance of these areas. So I'm just wandering around
Right.
and taking in these ruins and like picking up on what happened as I go.
Activated all the terminals. Now you can start the main control unit.
Oh yeah, everyone in this game is really British. I forgot about that.
For some reason.
There should be a new glowing mark on your map. Head there. Be careful not to let your guard down.
Well, everyone being British is how you make it sound like fantasy and not super technological, apparently. That's why like Dark Souls is extremely British voices.
Yeah, yeah.
Just a very specific vibe. Anyway, so all of the exploring I was doing in Final Fantasy just kept making me think of Breath of the Wild, because it's the same kind of like just wandering around and exploring and finding things.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
So
yeah.
cool. Wow.
I mean, you basically like came into existence and ran to Hyrule Castle, so like.
Yeah, but you'd think Hyrule Castle would have some money. I'm sure this can only go well.
Yeah, it's gonna go great. Just don't use up all your resources because you'll probably die.
Well, let me save.
Every fantasy setting is always British, but with magic. I wonder why. What about us makes? I guess because it's like, for Americans at least, like the English speaking side of America originally comes from the UK, so it's like, ah yes, that's the old place from which like the first English speaking people here originated or whatever, so we think of it as like, ah yes, that's where the old fantasy stuff is. I don't know.
Or even just because it's slightly unfamiliar. Which, like, American voices are so common in voice acting and media and TV and such that it's even weird for me to hear British voicing in. But I'm like, oh! I recognize these accents.
It's also got to be weird for you because the accents, like, are regional accents that you know.
Well, see, it's interesting because, like, as much as people always have very British accents, it's honestly quite common that they either have the same British accent or, like, a very, like, not quite received pronunciation, but a specific, like, this is the, like, fantasy British voice. Oh, let's not do that.
I want to. Oh, you're just gonna die. I do appreciate Princess Zelda telling you, I believe you're well prepared for this moment. Like, I don't believe that. I think you're incorrect. All right.
There we go, that's the lock-on button.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's important. That's good to have. Okay, that actually seemed to hurt a little bit. That hurt you a lot more.
Time to start eating some food. Do any of these... Let's become powerful. That might...
Yes! Eat fish, become powerful.
Eat fish, become ungovernable.
Okay. Nice. That was a nice shot.
I should probably be hitting you with a weapon. Oh, there goes my weapon.
Oh yeah, that's great though, but it exploded into damage.
Just whistles at the boss, that's fine. I could just use one of my, like, super powerful endgame weapon.
Yeah! Do it!
Oh. That's fine.
First, eat your super powerful fish.
Take care now.
I'm trying.
Yeah. Hey, stop getting hit, please.
I think
I'm getting
that might
concerned.
be... Oh.
Okay.
I think... Look, this is the reason why you shouldn't, not play a game for 6 months. I'm not sure. I think the person yelling at me is Mifa and not Zelda.
Oh,
but also,
might
I
be.
could never tell the difference between their voices anyway. They have
Yeah.
the same voice.
Now's your time.
Yeah. Now's your chance. Yeah.
Oh, get back here.
Oh, that was a good shot.
The one thing I'm still good at is aiming a bow.
Oh, he's gonna do a thing.
Pondering the orb.
Whistle to show dominance.
Careful.
Yeah, perfect.
Enough room to operate.
I think you're right. I think it is Mifa, actually, now that you've said that.
Alright, I should have the ice.
Oh, your icy power. Yeah.
There we go.
Nice. Oh boy, really gonna make you swim over there, huh?
I think I've worked out why this bow sucks. It's because I'm using the one that's good at shooting far distance. That's why it's so slow.
Oh!
I was using bow that zooms in really far.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Go now.
I'm going, I gotta do a swimmy. Can only swimmy so fast.
Yeah, unlike you guys.
Yeah!
Yeah!
And it only took me raiding the entirety of Hyrule Castle first.
Use the power of weapons you shouldn't have yet to overcome the fact that you haven't played the game in 6 months.
Beat the boss with only the power of friendship and this sword I found, and also like 8 fish. You know what, actually? We just, like, by not having played this in 6 months, we're just doing a really good job of getting into the correct mood to be
Method
Link.
acting. Yeah.
In that we don't know what's going on.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Boo!
Ah, we have a Shaz and Boo. Or maybe just an and Boo, because we already had a Shaz.
Right. Fantastic. So ideal Link experience, and I read it as ideal ink experience, surprising no one. I don't know what the ideal ink experience is, but
I think the ideal ink experience is no.
yeah.
Because of your courage, my spirit is now free.
Yeah, this is
And
FIFA.
Oh yeah, she is kind of softer.
you.
Yeah, it's very much the
For I
same
am now
accent.
allowed by this freedom to be with you once again.
Hello, we totally remember who you are.
Since I am now a spirit, my healing power would be wasted on me. I have no need of it. So therefore, I would like you to have it. Please accept
You clearly need it.
Mifa's grace.
I was
just
watching
kept
you fight, and I'm kind of worried.
You just kept shoving fish in your face. I don't think you know how to care for wounds at all in the slightest.
Yesterday, I was awash in a pool of tears. I had nearly given up hope and resigned myself to being trapped here as a spirit for the rest of eternity. But now you're here. All this time, my hope was to see you once more. Promise me that you will not hesitate to call upon my power if you ever find yourself in need. Knowing that will let my spirit rest in peace. I must go. Ruta and I have our roles to fulfill. We are both honored to be able to play the role of support. We'll annihilate Ganon together. Farewell.
That's the most romantic thing you said yet.
Save Princess Zelda.
Yesterday, I was really sad and didn't think that I would ever be free because you, showed up and then dissociated at the start of the dungeon for 6 straight months. It was kind of weird, actually.
No, the most romantic thing was we'll annihilate Ganon together. I think annihilation is a romantic couple activity. Also, she's like, I must go, and then sends you off.
Well, she, then went underwater.
We had to go so that we weren't drowned. That makes sense. I'm still just constantly really glad that they did this with Breath of the Wild, that they made all of these mechanical creatures and iPhones and all of this in Legend of Zelda. It's just really cool.
Big agree. And maybe it's a little bit of a fantasy trope to be we wanted cool high-tech things, so we made it ancient knowledge. But I'm just a sucker for things that are mechanical and glowy.
Ruta,
Yeah.
you found a way to be useful to Link and the other champions, of course. Our job will be to help Link as he fights Ganon inside the castle, however we can.
When he finally gets there, because obviously he hasn't been there yet.
Of his power is the key to our success.
That would be silly.
This is it. This will be our last chance, and everyone's last hope. If we seal him away, then we can restore peace to Hyrule. And both your duty and mine will be fulfilled.
So I know it's because they're
Father,
magical ancient weapons, but also
I want you to
it's
know.
same energy as when you name your computer. And it's you can do this. Stop crashing. Let me save my Photoshop file. I haven't saved in 3 hours. You can do it. I believe in you.
Yeah. There's one of frick, I forget the guy's name, the guy with the accordion. One of his songs implies that all of the robots are sapient. Which is interesting. That's all. I don't have anywhere to go with that. It just caught me off guard because I thought we were going with them all as just programmed automatons, and then there was some line in the song that made me go, wait, huh? Are they thinking beings? I have to reprocess this entire game.
place is so pretty.
It is. Nice music, too.
You know, when it stops beeping at me because I did things. This game has such good music. Oops. Well, there's shinies down here. I want to grab them.
I also just like jumping back to the technology thing. I really love the effect of like, okay, you know, the last game you played was whatever the last game you played was, but then you're like Link and you're waking up and it's like, oh, you've been asleep for 1,000 years. We have iPhones now. Like, that's not actually what's happening in the narrative, but that's what it feels like when you wake up and it's like, yeah, get your iPhone now. You've been asleep for 1,000 years, and Link's just like, my what? Okay, I guess I scan it on this thing. It feels like you've been asleep for 1,000 years. It's great.
Now the real question is, can you play Doom on the Sheikah Slate? Like, I feel like if it has, like, the ability to create bombs, I feel like it should be able to play Doom.
Which, like, in actuality, all of this technology existed before Link fell asleep. But, like, as a player, that impression was just very exciting to me.
Which it works even then because it's like you lost your memory, so you don't remember that it previously existed.
Yeah, no idea what's going on, but okay, this feels familiar, so I'll just do it. Yay! No danger of a great flood laying waste to Hyrule. Well, that's great.
Man, it sure would have been awkward if you'd like not done anything for 6 months. That would have. It's not like we had to rebuild our entire society because everything broke or anything. It's fine. Oh yeah, this guy. I feel like I probably yelled about this 6 months ago. I just like this guy's head shape.
Yeah. A younger version of me would have drawn so much fan art of this guy. Like, really?
I can't blame you.
Like, I mean, no one's surprised. This is the exact archetype of character I gravitate towards. Yeah, we don't remember that actually. Sorry. What sword?
Also, who named it the sword that concealed the darkness? Because that's a really long name. I don't know how I'm gonna fit that in the forms for my like sword ownership, which definitely exist, and I've not been picking up swords from random places. Giant fish husband.
They did such a good job making him attractive.
I really appreciate as well that he's literally like twice our height.
Yeah, I think that's good and important.
It's so important.
That's part of the appeal.
Like, he's more than twice the height, because he's like twice our height while kneeling down. Admittedly, they have really short legs, so... Top tier expression of gratitude.
Just chance at you. You should hug him.
Yeah, I don't know where the hug emote is.
Yeah, complete. All right, cool. Wow.
Where is he?
Sir, will you take a picture of me?
Stay still.
Well, can we get a selfie with you?
Alright, I have to do it the other way. I forgot that you turn around.
All right.
I like how cute the little Zora kids are.
I mean, yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Where are you going? Sometimes he goes somewhere for no reason. I think he stands down here, probably. I just didn't realize that he wouldn't teleport here.
He just actually walks there on his own feet. Yeah, there we go. Perfect.
No. Which button do I... There's a button I can press to do... There we go.
Oh, good. Behold. Perfect.
Also, technically a sword was in that picture, I guess.
All right, thanks. Thank you, sir. In case you were gone for 6 months and don't remember everything you did, here's a recap.
Well, we have memory loss. He's being accessible.
That's true.
That's the wrong word for the sentence, but it gets the point
No,
across.
it's perfect. It's absolutely a perfect choice.
Oh, now
my
he's
goodness.
yelling about us.
Right on. Just ask us out.
It's well known that treasured friend means boyfriend.
Mm-hmm,
It's true in Final Fantasy, and it's true in Legend of Zelda. Anyway, I don't remember what I was doing, so let's pick something to do.
Yeah, let's just go somewhere else and explore.
What if I go over to Bit? Have I unlocked? I don't think I have.
No, I think you just went straight to the castle, and that's literally, like, straight to the castle and then did this. And I think that's it. That was a sick selfie! Oh my goodness.
I both can and can't imagine that in his voice, and it's mostly because he's also super British. And like, I know everyone is, but it seems especially weird for him. It doesn't seem like the correct voice.
Uh-huh.
Which makes it really cute actually, but anyway. You. That is the next destination. Well,
Oh boy.
technically this is getting there.
Scary.
What's scary is that there's a ton of guardians below me.
Also scary. Yeah, I agree.
I'm sure this can only go well.
Woo! It's fine.
Are you walking? No, you're not. Are you done yet? There we go.
Jeez.
So rude.
Those things make me so nervous.
Yeah, the music does a very good job of being anxiety-inducing.
Just gonna use this terrifying, like, endgame sword. It's fine.
There actually stronger ones, I think, in Hyrule Castle, but I couldn't get far enough in to get to them, because normally when I do my Hyrule Castle raids, I have items that let me sneak in better. From what I remember, I was just like peeking around corners and running and hoping that no one would see me.
I think that's correct. There's an awkward... They're so big! There's an awkward zombie where it's like, Link sees a fox and is like, oh, can I pet it? Can I befriend it? And, whoever he's talking to is like, no, they're wild creatures. He's like, oh. And then just lifts up his bow to shoot it. And her, like, comment underneath was like, the game only gave me, I want to interact with this creature, and the game only gave me one way to interact, so I'm gonna do it. I hope this is relatable and not a red flag about me. Which I'm really glad that she made that comic, because that is absolutely exactly how I feel. What? Why are you antagonizing this guy?
Because I'm
His
mean.
big ol' eye. Oh my goodness, you're so rude. He was just sleeping.
I'm very polite. And love to murder. Also, this music
This is great music. Yeah. Combat! Hello! Welcome!
Hello!
We're antagonizing this sleeping guy for no reason.
He was in between me and my destination, and I have a big sword. He's having a nap. Also, he drops a bunch of meat.
I had that on him, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Oh, good. Oh, he just had some guts on his person. Don't worry about it. They're all worse than what you have. Well, except for that guy, I guess. The one that's about to break.
Yeah, it might be worth it. Because this one is a good ranged one.
Oh, that's right.
It's also, like, nearly broken. Well, this one is worse even than that, and that's with
wow. Wow.
Let's
okay, yeah, never mind.
This sword is probably also worse than all of these cool ones that I have. Let's compare. Yes. Definitely worse. We got a whole bunch of meat. That's fine.
Mushrooms. But yeah, I did a lot of hunting just because, like, sneaking up close to the animals was, like, really rewarding for me for reasons I didn't understand. And it would be nice if I could, like, pet them or something, but if I can just shoot them and turn them into meat, then that's good too, I suppose.
And then you get to cook with them.
I mean, that's the thing, like, this is part of why I want a cooking game that's Breath of the Wild, but it's just the focus is on cooking. There's still dungeons, there's still monsters, you still explore, you do all the Breath of the Wildy things, but all of your goals are cooking based, and the cooking system is like the most important thing. Is like a game that I really want really badly, because I did lots of cooking and I wanted there to be more of it. I just really think the idea of, like, you're, traveling the land and just, yeah. like traveling the land and collecting different ingredients and cooking exotic foods and then traveling to sell the exotic because that's what I did a lot was I cooked enough food for me and then I ran out of space for food and I started just cooking food to sell to Beetle. A world where we slay evil to get their ingredients. Yes, yes, yes. I felt like so smart when I figured out that I could smoke bees to get like honey. It's just a whole lot of oh, nice.
Oh, I
I
just
didn't
thought.
Oh, that's right. We solved that. I want to eat the foods, the Breath of the Wild foods in real life. I want them, but I don't want to actually have to make them. Yeah, also a big mood. I would eat the Breath of the Wild's food in real life if I could throw 3 things into a pot and have them magically turn into the Breath of the Wild's foods.
Yeah, I would eat Breath of the Wild foods in real life. Assuming that I could eat the food, and B,
That,
assuming
yeah.
that it doesn't turn out like the Unraveled episode. I don't want to
Yeah,
eat
that
the
did not seem
Unraveled Breath
pleasant.
of the Wild food.
Yeah, no, I want to eat how it looks. I want to eat food that tastes as good as it looks. But yeah, I don't know. I just think that would be really cool if there was a whole bunch of stuff all geared around finding new ingredients and like the reason that you go to a new area isn't like because there's a great evil there or whatever, but because you want to make a cake and that's the area that has flour or whatever. I just want a whole game like focused around that.
And it could also work well, like, if they leaned more into the way, like... Because in this game, you can make the foods that help you survive certain conditions.
Uh-huh.
But if they had, like, more... Because that you don't really need to do that anymore once you get, like, the clothing that helps you do it.
Oh, uh-huh.
So it'd be neat if it's like then you kind of have a bit of a progression of like you can get these meals, but to get those ingredients you need to cook this other meal that makes you able to do like to withstand this area.
Yeah. And then like kind of how potions work, having that like baked into cooking as well. I just want a whole system just really delving into that. And it would still be like you'd still have to fight and stuff, but like cooking would be the most important thing. I want to sneak up on monsters because they need their jelly for food.
And then you could also reward different kinds of fighting based on like being able to get different ingredients.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know how much you want to put emphasis on that because like it'd suck if you like were forcing people into specific.
Right.
But like
oh, you have to fight this way in order to get this ingredient.
But like even just like if you can like the quicker you can kill something, the like better quality the meat or whatever you'll get from it. Because like if you're hacking at a thing with a sword for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, there's probably fewer cuts of good meat on there. That makes sense. Yeah. Have some like problem solving in there to get the best ingredients possible.
Or even like this is a tangent, but one of my favorite game series is Etrian Odyssey, and that has a whole system of like to get specific you can't just buy new gear, you have to like sell the monster drops you get, and then based on the number of monster drops you sell, they can craft different gear. And depending on how you kill certain enemies, they'll give you different drops. So they'll be like, this enemy, you can only get the drop if you manage to kill it. Like, it's a flower, and you can only get the drop when the flower head is still open. And if you take too long to fight it, then the head closes. Or, like, this drop you get by killing this monster with lightning, or that kind of thing.
Oh, yeah. Master Sword is the ultimate kitchen tool. I don't know. I feel like the sword could still just be a sword. Like, just also Cooking matters.
Orbs.
2 orbs to guide you. Orbs?
Where are my
Oh,
guiding
boy.
orbs? Ah, well, there's one of them. Ooh.
Okay. Do a little bouncy. Okay.
And there's one of the orbs.
Yeah, as well as another thingy.
Which I don't think I can get that orb.
Oh, there's the other one. Okay, well, that seems pretty straightforward.
Did I solve the orb puzzle?
Congratulations, Hero of Time!
Yay! Now it's timing.
That. Oh, okay. Okay.
That was a nice simple puzzle to remind me how these work.
Yeah, that was really kind and not mean.
Oh, I remember I think Battle Chef Brigade is the one I'm thinking of. Let me check.
Oh.
No, no, this is a different one, but I remember wishlisting this and then never doing anything about it, because that's what happens to every game I wishlist. No, Beans, we already finished Hollow Knight. Get back from there. Lem can't escape us that easily.
Yeah, that means that we're gone and we can't stop Beans from knocking over all of Lem's relics.
Why can I smell mint all of a sudden?
What?
I don't know, just all of a sudden I can smell like chocolate mint, like ice cream almost. I don't know, like my sister's not cooking anything with mint. I don't know why.
Brain just decided to fire off the old mint smelling memory.
With this orb, I have reacquired the ability to smell mint.
Oh my goodness, Lem is cat sitting. You're running around in the wilderness. He's taking care of her while you're gone.
Okay, but now I'm just thinking about the concept of Link Breath of the Wild, but he has a cat.
That's a good concept.
Oh, almost. Okay.
I love how much Link's like sigh there really sounded like he was not looking forward to having to climb this.
There we go.
Yeah!
See, the trick is, you always slip a certain amount of time after climbing. And you always slip after you jump, but you jump further than you slip. So if you time it correctly, you can slowly make progress. But you can still only go, like, a third of the distance.
I see. Breath of the Wild, but Link is a cat. There's so much rain.
Yeah, it was like sunny once when I went into the.
Well, I mean, as long as there's not any zappy zaps, because I don't think you have any good swords for that.
Yeah, no. I don't think it can get stormy in this area of Hyrule. I think that's specifically like further south.
Yeah, lightning was something I discovered on my own. It was a terrible discovery, but also, like, I kind of love it.
It's a lot better. So this actually reminds me. I've been thinking just a lot in general about Final Fantasies, not just Final Fantasy XIV, but because of Final Fantasy XIV, it has a lot of throwbacks to earlier games. There's a specific dungeon in Final Fantasy IV where the gimmick is that it's magnetized, so you can't use any metal equipment.
Oh boy!
For some of the party, metal equipment was basically the only good equipment.
Mmm. Oh, this looks dangerous. Oh, nice.
I'm very powerful.
Breath of the Wild! So Link is an indoor cat who's been let out to explore the yard. Oh no.
Is this dry enough to... Yeah, this should be dry enough.
What are you doing? Are you starting a fire?
Yeah, I'm sick of it being rainy.
Oh,
Hopefully do I have some
sensible.
flint? Hope so. Yes, there we go. You can do fires in the rain, but you have to, like... No,
Oh.
don't slide into the rain.
Rolls away.
Like, if it's just directly in the rain, then it won't light. But if you can find an overhang to... Oh, never mind, it's getting sunny now.
Oh, perfect. Yeah! Yeah, drumsticks! So exciting. There's some part of my brain that's like still in don't starve mode and sees drumsticks and it's like, yes! This will feed us so much. Make a turkey dinner out of these. Like,
Gotta
it's
go
not that
find some
important.
bees so I can make honey nuggets.
Link doesn't actually need to eat to avoid starvation, but I'm still thinking about don't starve.
I think he should. Like, so it, like...
Yeah!
Yeah! It's a good thing that the game didn't include that, I think. I think it would have not been pleasant, like, it wouldn't have been received well.
Oh,
I hate this one.
Oh, okay.
But I personally want it.
I feel the same way. Like, nobody wants to have to maintain their character's, like, non-starvation status except for me. I always want that.
Me also.
I think the danger of starvation is fun for some reason.
I just like
Enhances
making
my
sure
gameplay
all of my
experience.
bars are full.
I just like... I don't know, there's something about, like, the risk... Oh, you...
These ones are the worst ones because there's no, like, trick to... If you hit the ice ones with fire, or the fire ones with ice, they instantly die.
Oh.
But you can't do that with the Zaki guys.
Are these the, like, Wizrobes I can't see from here?
Yeah, they're Wizrobes.
All I know about them is that you shoot, like, under their heads, and that's where their actual heads are. Asshole wizard, yeah. I agree. Just swim out to meet ya.
It can only end well.
This is a good idea.
I'm really good at aiming. And they're gonna hit me with lightning and it's gonna suck.
Ow. Look at that.
Oh. Yep, there we go.
Oh no. Don't die.
Wait.
Oh. That seems useful right exactly at this moment.
Not helpful for this jig, but... No, my bow. I need that.
Ow.
Well, I don't know where it went. Maybe it got exploded.
just shove some meat into my mouth. Hey! Yeah! Well, quit that. Okay.
Mine now.
Lightning rod.
Not mine now.
Not very powerful. Okay. That's actually kind of cool that it made like an entire thunderstorm start happening as its first move. I kind of love that since it's not happening to me.
Yeah.
It's a very wizard move that I think is cool.
Problems, but only for you, I think.
Yeah. Anyway, excuse us everyone. Pardon us. I'm just gonna go to this tower. What? Excuse me while I just change real quick. It's not working very well for you, sir.
I just have to hope that none of the wizards notice me. I think I'm high up enough that none of them should be able to hit me now, but...
Still obnoxious, potentially.
But now that I'm up here, it should be fine.
But yeah, I don't know. There's something about needing to like plan for food and needing to have food on you and like think ahead towards like, okay, I'm gonna make this expedition, but I need to make sure that I have enough food that just like I don't know, is really satisfying to me and immerses me in a really good way.
Yeah, I think because I also love it a lot because it adds an element of problem solving because it's like if you have a limited inventory system, then you have to plan out like which things are better to take, or then also depending on what kind, like how realistic it's going, if you have systems like food going bad or whatever,
Right.
you have to work out like how do I take enough food but also make sure that it's food that will last long enough, and are there ways that I can like take more food or take like prepare food differently so that it will last longer.
I just remember this one point where I was playing Starbound, and I had like died, and I was gonna go like try to retrieve my stuff, and I actually couldn't go right away to get my stuff because it was a long enough journey that I needed to prepare food for it first. And to me that was just like such a cool moment of like, oh no, I can't go down into the tunnels yet. I have to like wait until I can cook some more food, and so in the meantime I'll just take this weapon and all of that. It was cool. I just think opportunities for that kind of like moment are neat.
I think my mic might be my mic might be buzzing.
Oh, for you or me?
Well, I'm seeing it on OBS.
Oh no.
So like Twitch chat, let me know if my mic is buzzing weirdly.
Yeah, and how bad it is, because sometimes I know it's just like and it's fine, and sometimes it's like
It seems like it's stopped now, but
yeah, Combat says it's not that bad. Bree says I'm not hearing it, but I'm not good at hearing it. So it's probably a quiet one. Discord's cutting it out for me. So.
Yeah, that's why because I saw it going as I was like listening to you. And it's hard for me to judge. Let me know if it gets annoying. I can poke my mic. It's starting to get warmer recently, so if my computer gets warm, that might be causing issues. I'm not sure. But yeah, just let me know if it's super bad or super lengthy or anything.
Yeah. The problem is that I talk a lot, so there's moments of you being quiet. Oh, hello. What are you doing? Like, no.
Link, yes. That's called being a
Birdmen.
furry. I hate to break it to you, but there wasn't ground below this.
I mean, there's a ladder.
Yeah, but it goes right down to water, and it's surrounded by zappy fellas. Like, I think the height is the least of this guy's problems.
Yeah, yeah. Oh. No, I can't fly. It's just step in the right direction.
He's never
Amazing.
considered this.
Yeah, you're right. He is a furry. Okay.
I think this teleports me back here.
Okay, well, we'll find out. Yeah, you can't file an incident report from up here. Don't try to pull one over on me. All right, let's go. Oh my goodness, this music? Perfect.
You might have just not talked to him because he's really easy to miss if you're just climbing the tower, getting the map, and then disappearing.
Oh my
This better
god.
teleport me back, because getting up there was a pain.
Yeah, that's what I was sitting here thinking. Like, sure, it'll be fine. Well, you can teleport anyway, can't you? Isn't that a thing you can do after you activate it? It's within your power.
Yeah, but then I have... Oh. Okay, good.
Okay. Screen fades to black. It opens up with you standing right where you were before.
I want to see you glide further, buddy.
Wow! That's great!
I'm done. It's a pretty
Who's
long
feeding
way
you?
down, huh? Do you want help getting down?
All right, Joey Drew. Oh my goodness.
What is that?
I don't know. We'll have to go investigate.
It's zappy over there, though.
It is, yeah. Also, I wish that this game just called them Birdmen. I think that would be great. Like that was the name for themselves.
Oh, it's probably a chest. That's probably what it is.
Oh, why it's glowing, yeah. Are these just big mushrooms? Oh? Thundra Plateau. Okay. Weird. The Trial of Thunder.
I don't think I ever did this. Oh.
Alright. Let's just take these off. Okay, yeah.
No, this means I'm without weapon other than bow, so maybe
It's
I will
fine.
leave. I can climb these, right? Yes. This is definitely a slope you want to climb.
Yeah, seems fine.
Oh, of course it's raining.
Whoo!
Gimme. No one like.
Give. Okay.
Okay, how do I leave? Probably.
Oh, your shock resistance is gonna be done soon. Dang, that was cool. Nice shot.
I'm very good at getting, like, enemies attacking me and me just running away, apparently.
One of my many talents. Oh, my fan's not on. No wonder I'm hot. One moment. Just sitting here like, boy, it's stifling in here. I don't even have my fan going.
Ooh, Rito OC good. I don't have any Breath of the Wild OCs, I don't think. I just have, like, a specific A version of it.
Oh, yeah.
The coupling is my beloved.
Link, but he's adopted by the goblins is good.
He went the wrong direction when leaving at the beginning of the game and got adopted by a bunch of bokoblins. And he just wears the bokoblin mask constantly, which I need to hurry up and get.
Yeah.
I think I can get
Anyway,
it now.
It's 82 degrees Fahrenheit here, which is 28 Celsius.
That's disgusting. That's disgusting and also almost like the highest temperature it's ever been recorded in Wales.
Oh my gosh.
This looks pretty cool from a distance when you're not in the rain.
Combat, that's incredible.
That's the direction I'm thinking, though. Like, if you go in that direction... I went that direction too, but I climbed a cliff instead of falling off a cliff. And just got lost. I didn't realize that you, you exit the cave, and it's like, if you walk to your right, here's the NPC. And if...
Yeah.
I just got distracted because the first thing I wanted to do was climb a tree.
Oh my goodness. Oh, so many. Hello,
Right,
everyone.
I don't have weapon.
Many wing.
Oh, it's a bird. Oh, it's meat.
Sorry, combat. That's incredible.
Good Breath of the Wild story.
I don't know how Breath of the Wild managed to be so good at what it's doing, but it's really good at what it's doing.
I wonder if it's just like the combination of like open world game design but combined with like, because this is like one of the first Nintendo open world
Mm-hmm.
things. Um, which admittedly then also like makes it maybe even more amazing that it hit so well first try.
Yeah, yeah. I don't
Because
know.
like
It's just
open world is hard to do. Like
that's the thing. There's so much open world stuff that I just do not care about because it's like I don't know, boring or
because
it's just tedious that it's big. And then Breath of the Wild is just like fun to walk around in. Like it's just a delight to traverse.
well, because I think part of it is that they have such varied environments, and because like I actually quite like Skyrim. I know Skyrim's kind of a meme.
Uh-huh.
I enjoyed Skyrim a lot. Um, it does all kind of look the same, and there's not a
Mm-hmm,
lot of
mhm.
like world building in the environment.
Uh-huh.
Like you go to like you can get a little bit, but it's not like there's a lot of places that are just kind of here's a house and here's a hill and like
Uh-huh.
here's like a barrow, I guess. Um and they just kind of exist and that's it. Whereas like in Breath of the Wild, there's so many like look at this place, and this area is I think one of the only places that looks like this, and then it has like the cool ruins, and there's so much like interesting design where everywhere you go it looks new and interesting and has different kinds of terrain and different kinds
Mhm.
of plants
And
and
I feel like that once there's so many places in Breath of the Wild that like if you go and explore, you'll probably find something.
mm,
Like it might just be like, oh, there's a cool mushroom in here that I can make some new food out of, or it might be, oh, there's a chest here with stuff in it, but like that there are so many little things to find that it's like, ooh, that's a neat space. And also, if I go look, that I might find something. So I'm curious what's there. Um,
that's what you get for being a jerk. Don't punch my bomb. Yeah, take that. But yeah, that's the other thing is that open world needs to like I can't there's a specific game design term for it and I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. But like if there's a place you can go,
uh-huh.
like people will want to go and explore like if you can go to a place, like they'll be like, "Oh, I want to go explore that place. I wonder what cool
Uh-huh.
things are there," and make a lot of effort to like yeah, that's the one thread, negative space design. Where it's like if there's spaces, like even putting just like a little thing there, because like if you climb, oh, not this again. If you climb a like tall tower in Breath of the Wild and there's a thing at the top, it's usually just a chest with like a rock in it, or some rupees, or like a sword that's kind of average. Like it's
Uh-huh.
not like
Uh-huh.
the things you're finding are especially amazing, but because you were like, I want to climb this thing and it's going to be really satisfying to climb to the top of this mountain, and you get there and there's something for you because
Yeah.
they knew that you would climb that mountain and they put something
Uh-huh.
fun there
Uh-huh.
for you. It's because it's like it's kind of a running joke that people in Skyrim would just like instead of going the intended road around the mountain, people will just try their best to climb up the mountain on horseback
Yeah.
because they can. So like the devs in like realizing people will do that and putting something fun there to reward you for it.
the fact that in Breath of the Wild, this was the first thing that like grabbed me was the way that the climbing works is so satisfying because it feels like you're doing something that you're not supposed to do, but also it's absolutely like letting you do it without breaking. Just feels so good. Echo, hello. Yes, can you
Hello!
join us for? I guess your graphics are not working with it, but it's Breath of the Wild. We're
Yeah,
talking about game design.
I hope that that's like on your end and not like that the stream is really low quality. Is there somewhere I can shelter from this rain to start a fire? Because I don't feel like waiting an entire in-game couple of hours.
Makes sense. Oh, that looks promising. Little cave. Oh, yeah.
I think this might be a little too rainy, but we'll see. Worst case, I pick my stuff up again.
Well, also, it'll probably be easier to get it to stay. Yeah!
Nice. Oh my goodness. Well, I hope the Breath of the Wild noises are entertaining at 160p. Oh, I set fire again.
Huh, that's neat. Oh, because it was still smoldering.
And because the wood was still there, when I hit the rocks, it like did the spark because I hit it with metal.
Oh.
Because that's how the flint thing, like, if you put the flint next to it, you have to hit it with a metal weapon. If you hit it with a wooden weapon, it won't, like, do the spark to set on fire. Yeah, we're not dealing with you.
No, thank you. No, we don't want any. No
We're
slime
good,
today,
thanks.
We're good on slime. Anyway, this is one of the reasons why that I think a Breath of the Wild-like game that was focused on cooking could be really satisfying, because just exploring a place and finding an ingredient wouldn't have to be a game-changing ingredient, but it would be like a small thing that directly affects you that's still a reward. Anyway, I'm never gonna shut up about this hypothetical cooking sim that lives in my head that I can't make, I just want.
It's like, I'm sad that I'm a single person who gets tired very easily and not like an entire AAA game company. Because, like...
Yeah.
Oh, can I...
Ooh.
Yes!
Yeah!
But also, I noticed the wind's picking up.
Oh, hello! You're here. Wow.
I love this music so much. This was really good timing.
Just passing through.
No, not that one.
Oh, it's really cool. Perfect.
There they go.
Bye.
But yeah, like, even just like that, like, I mean, technically you can get items from them, but most of the time, just like the spectacle being in a place and just happening to discover a giant dragon friend just like coming through this like ravine.
And, like, even if you didn't know what you could do with it, just, like, seeing a dragon and maybe even jumping and see if you can jump on it and whether that worked or didn't, it would be a really exciting thing that would feel like you had a, you know, story to tell or whatever. I don't
Mm.
know, it's
And
just really
like with the
good.
music as well.
Yeah, 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 just a cool moment. Creator of cool moments. That's all I want in my games, is for games to be, like, a thing that lets cool moments happen. I'm saying that kind of facetiously, but I think that's actually true. Um, I think I think the word emergent gets used too much to talk about games, but it is kind of a quality that I like, is things that, like,
It's like
unplanned stories that happen.
it's interesting because like usually, and especially these days, immersion gets used to mean like realistic more so than
Mm,
actually being immersive. Where it's like it doesn't have to be realistic as long as it's like
yeah.
consistent in some way.
Mhm.
Then like
Well,
I
and
think
also
that's
just
a
the,
thing
like,
that. Well, you go first because my thing is a tangent.
oh, well, because I was gonna say, like, also the, like, emergent quality of, like, something that wasn't in necessarily, like, scripted, but just happens. Like, the reason why I like RimWorld, where you get all of these stories that happen that you can tell people about, that, like, it wasn't a story that anyone built, it's just the qualities of all your colonists, like, combined to make the story happen. Or, like, nobody crafted this scenario where you happened to, like, the rain cleared as this dragon flew by. No one crafted the scenario where combat immediately walked off a cliff. Like, all of these things, like, those are wildly different things, but they're both situations where a story has, like, grown out of this just being set up for you to explore and build a thing out of it. I don't know, it's hard for me to put my finger on, but it's something that I really like, is when there's enough pieces that stories will happen rather than you, like, making them up, but
Hmm.
it's not necessarily an experience that anyone put together on purpose. They put together the pieces that would create it.
Which like that actually kind of um leads into the sort of like not quite but similar direction to like one of the things that Breath of the Wild does really good is it doesn't have like 5,000 systems. It has like a handful of very simple systems and mechanics
Mm, mhm,
that
mhm,
like
mhm.
are both set up really well and really consistently so you can like and
Yeah.
then it gives you the space to like improvise. Like I think the game just giving what if I just
Okay.
like
Just
this
pop
like this here's the great example. Like
Ow.
that's not the intended way to kill them, but it is a intended way to kill them because it's a thing that the game mechanics let you do.
Yeah,
Whereas
there's so
like
much that Breath of the Wild lets you do, which I feel like letting you do a thing is so much, a process of da 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 da. Yeah, haha. Perfect. I and letting you do is the wrong word because, you know, developers had to, like, think of it and plan for it and know that it could happen and explicitly program the possibility, but it's just there for you to find if you want. And so it feels like you were just allowed to do this thing
and
rather
that's
than
the
it.
thing is like the way they've built the game systems and the game mechanics themselves they haven't because I think this is a thing that like I don't tend to play Zelda games but a lot of Zeldas at least from what I've like seen is they're set up quite linearly and they'll give you like here is this item and you to get past this puzzle, you use this item, and they specifically
Yeah.
code it that way, and like you can't really, unless you're doing speedrunner nonsense. And I think this is why I quite enjoy speedrunning. Is because like they don't there's a solution and they've coded the solution and that's it. But like a really good way to make games feel immersive is to give you the tools and then make all of the tools do very specific things, and then let you apply those tools in whichever way you want to try and accomplish your goal.
Yeah. Also, combat, that's amazing.
Oh my goodness. That's great.
How many times has that person delivered that line, and how excited is she to say that every time? Yeah, no, I agree with that a lot. I feel like other Zeldas that I've played, I don't know, they're probably linear. I feel like, because like Ocarina of Time does let you wander around. It is a world that you can like go wherever you want in whatever order, but you do sort of need the things in a specific order unless you're a speedrunner. So it is very puzzly. I feel like a lot of Zeldas are approached from a very puzzly direction.
Well, that's kind of what I mean by linear, is like you can go to places, but to progress and to actually like clear the dungeons, there's a specific order that you are intended to take, that they have built the game around you doing things in that order. Whereas because I would say that Breath of the Wild is also very puzzly, but it does open world puzzly very good, where it's like you get given a set of tools and then you are able to unlock more by exploring, but like you can cross the river by like using the ice power to freeze a bridge. You can cross the river by finding the Zora armor and swimming across, or by increasing your stamina so you have enough stamina to get across, or you can go up really high and glide across, or you can chop down a tree and then stand on the wood and let the wood float across, or you can find a boat and use a leaf or something to make wind to blow the boat, like the sail, to take you across the like. There's it gives you all of the tools and lets you decide what you want to do with them.
My feeling on Breath of the Wild in terms of how linear it is that like it's different from most Zeldas in that you need curry rice. This is important. Bernie Tingle, I need curry rice. Oh well, this is an emergency. Goron spice. Yeah, where do we get that?
I assume it's probably like Goron land.
Yeah, Goron area. Goron land.
Goron's realm.
Land of Gorons with an apostrophe. But it's like, it's different from most Zeldas in that you get all of the things right at the start, because I feel like, oh howdy.
I don't know, the women could be good archers. Oh, you mean Birdman?
I feel like you shouldn't say that. I feel like maybe that's rude. It seems rude. But like, so because most Zeldas, it's like, okay, you go to this dungeon and you get this thing, and that gives you the tool to visit the other dungeon. And I feel like Breath of the Wild doesn't do that, because it gives you all of its like thingies right at the start. Like, here's the ice power, here's the magnetic power. Oh, bye, Boo!
Bye, Boo!
Enjoy exploring new islands. But the actually like available resources and gear is the like thing that keeps you slightly more in line, because like if you go to the Zora realm, it's rainy, and that's a challenge where you have to either like wait out the rain and
I forgot
Okay.
that there was a cutscene here.
No, it's all good. Oh, hi. Hello. It's fine. Normal things.
Bird.
I love the constant, like, unhappy piano that is associates with these guys.
Big agree.
But so, like, if you go to the Zora place, it's very rainy, and that's a challenge. And there's like still difficult things that you have to do, but you're not there's nothing like stopping you from doing those things. It's just hard. If you try to just float across, you can get to the extremely hot area, because I did that. I tried to like be like, oh, I can go wherever I want. What if I want to go over here? And I didn't have the resources to keep myself cool. Or whatever it is that you need over there. Like I didn't have the resources to survive that environment. I didn't have the weapons to be able to kill those enemies easily. And so I ran away and went back into the Zoras first, because that I didn't need extra resources for. So it's interesting because I think it still kind of has an expected direction, and it still does herd you in that direction, but it's in a more natural way, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because it definitely, like, the reason the majority of people, like, I saw a poll that someone did years ago, I wouldn't be able to find it now, of
Uh-huh.
the specific order that people experienced the dungeons in and how that affected how difficult each one felt. Because
Oh, uh-huh.
in, like, a good majority of people went to Varuta first because it's like it does lead you that direction, and it's a very interesting like the game is open world and you can go whatever direction, but also it will point you in a direction so you're not completely lost, and there's a kind of
Mhm.
slow progression that you can completely ignore if you want to. But if you
Mhm.
like that progression, they built it quite well where it's like you leave the thing, and like when you leave the plateau, like you want to go in the direction of like just first of all, when you jump off in the direction of going towards the Zora, there's like a little town like in ruins at the bottom of the thing, so a lot of people will jump down in that direction first, or even just like that's
Mhm.
closest to where you get given the glider.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
anywhere in that direction you explore, they put Zora everywhere to point you in the direction of, hey, go that way. The second most
Yeah.
common first divine beast is the bird one, and that makes a ton of sense to me because it's extremely obvious to see when you're like looking around. You can just see it flying in
Oh.
circles in the
If
distance.
you're like, "I
But
wanna know what that is, I'm changing course and going that way, I don't care."
because that's the first direction. I don't think it was the first divine beast I did because I got distracted on the way. But that was the first direction I went because I saw it and went, I want to go there.
Yeah, and I feel like also, like, how confident you are in the game probably affects stuff, because, like, I was not a very confident fighter, so I would, like, see like, I wandered off in a weird direction, and it's like, "Oh, this place has, like, walking around, guardians? No thanks!" And immediately left that direction and went back to where it was safe. So, like, which again, feels like a reasonable thing, like, it wasn't like there was a door that was locked with a key that I needed to go to the other town first. I just decided that I didn't wanna fight walking around guardians. Which is I don't know. I think it's a good I think it's good.
It is very good design in the sense of like, um,
Oh, bye, Maeve!
bye, May.
soothing sounds of Breath of the Wild.
Like, it definitely points you in directions. But like, I think that's also a thing that can make open world feel good if it's not just completely open world, because like, people like the freedom to do what they want, but they don't necessarily like having to choose what to do. Which is also, I think Breath of the Wild is very good at making interesting things that make you want to go explore. So you see a cool thing in the distance, and then you've decided what your next thing you're going to do is. A lot of open world stuff, kind of like, if you don't have a direction you want to go, like, this was one of the things that I didn't like about Skyrim, was that unless you were specifically following the quest lines, it was often hard to find a direction
Where's
to go
the stuff?
That wasn't like, and this is why I think Breath of the Wild is quite good, is that you climb all the big mountains, it gives you a little reward for climbing the mountains, and then from the mountains you can see where to go, and I think it was really good design choice to make the little shrines neon colors.
Whoa. Yeah. If nothing else, you can go, okay, there's a thing over there.
Whereas in Skyrim, if you climb a mountain, you're not really intended to climb the mountain. You get up there, there's nothing up there, and then you can't see where to go next. You can be like, well, there's a town over there, I guess I'll go to the town, but it's not as like... Skyrim is a very surprisingly linear open world game in that like it both is and isn't, because there's both not enough direction, and then unless you're doing quest lines, in which case there's a very specific direction.
There was something I watched once. It was like a YouTube video which was like criticizing Ocarina of Time as compared with like the very first Zelda. And the idea was that the very first Zelda didn't have much of a plot. Like in Ocarina of Time, most of the things that you do are because somebody told you, like, oh, if you want to go here, you have to go get a letter giving you permission from Princess Zelda. And it's like, oh, okay, I guess I'll go do that. And then the princess will be like, oh, you should go to this dungeon and take care of this. And you'll be like, all right, cool, I guess I'll go do that. And then like the first Zelda was like, here's a cave. You don't actually need me to tell you to go in the cave because you already want to do that. We've just put a cave here. It's a dungeon and there's stuff in it. If you want to go inside, you can do that and you'll get things. And that Breath of the Wild, I keep thinking of it because Breath of the Wild feels like it sort of is closer to that spirit of like, there's a thing over there. I want to go. Goes and you go over there, and then there's NPCs that are ready to receive you and tell you what it is and what you need to do, but nobody sent you over there. You're going, ooh, what's that? And somebody can send you eventually, I guess. I don't know. I haven't explored all of Breath of the Wild. I just think it's neat. It's a great game that I've only beaten one dungeon in.
We get to watch the full cutscene once.
Meaty rice balls. Excellent.
But yeah, and it's kind of like... Because I think Breath of the Wild definitely has like a sort of intended direction, but it's very open about how you go about that, and you can just ignore it is one of the things. But I do think the fact that the mechanics are so open is one of the things that feels so good about it. But also with the direction pointing thing, I'm kind of reminded actually of so a criticism I saw a lot for Dark Souls is that Dark Souls like theoretically doesn't tell you where to go. So it's very easy for you to wander into an area that you're not kind of like, you can go, but progression wise you're not expected to go, and it's a lot stronger. Tries to remember if I remember any actual recipes.
Oh boy. Oh no, combat. I'm so sorry. We're just gonna sit here and make food, I guess.
Sorry, I need to stock up on healing, otherwise I'm just not gonna be able to survive.
Oh no. Yeah. Big move.
Well, this will probably do for now, actually.
Anyway, so I've never been here, actually, in the game.
Yeah, I really like the design of the Rito village. The music is also really good. I've been talking over it and cooking over it, but...
It's funny because like a lot of the like cool music for fighting guys is like new, but a lot of the town music I've heard because of my tendency to listen to chill Zelda music to relax and work to constantly. I'm like, oh, I know this song. This is what I listen to fall asleep.
Can I make it up? I shouldn't be climbing this at this point, but... I was saying a thing and I've gotten distracted because I've got 50 different game design thoughts in my brain at all times.
Combat says, I need Link to be my friend in real life because I think he would share food with me and we could show each other cool bugs. Honestly, that does feel very in character.
This is about as high as I can go. I think if I go higher, then it's like, no, you can't go near the divine beast, that's dangerous, and then it teleports you down. I just want to sit here for a while I think about game design. And also listen to the music. But yeah, just like Breath of the Wild does it really well in terms of giving you reason to explore, pointing you in directions. What was I? Oh yeah, I was talking about Dark Souls. I remember my train of thought.
Oh, that's right.
I followed it back. If you talk to the NPCs in Dark Souls, they will just outright tell you the direction you need to go. But it like the intended direction to go, and it's like if you watch speedrunners, or even if you just watch people who have played enough Dark Souls to know where to go and what they can do. Like people will ignore it. But like if you talk to the NPCs, they'll be like, "Oh, and if are you heading to go this direction, then you'll need to go this way." And like just by like you can choose to go any direction, but like if you listen to the NPCs, they'll point out the direction that kind of the game is designed around you going.
Right. Yeah.
Which like I think my playthrough of Breath of the Wild is actually a really good example of like if you just start the game normally and they like do progress the enemies difficulty wise, and they progress the like they expect you to do certain plot lines and go in certain directions to like work out how you need to survive certain environments. So like if you try and climb I don't remember what the mountain's called. My brain's just saying Mount Doom. Don't think that's correct.
Yeah. When you Mount Doom, that very famous location in Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
But like if you go to like somewhere from the side and just fly in the non-intended route, you'll just die. But if you go to like the bottom and go where the road is and travel it up, there's quests that will help you get gear for that. Or like NPCs will talk to you about what you need to survive. And it's like you don't have to like do the, oh, I'm gonna go to the water place first and that gives me a thing that lets me survive the mountain. Or like different areas have different difficulties of enemies. If I just went over there right now, all those enemies would normally be too strong for me to fight, but I broke into Hyrule Castle and I have all of this endgame gear.
Yeah, you
which
sure
like
did.
They set up a progression based on the difficulty of the areas and such, but they 100% just let you break that just by finding things. Because like Like, for example, they have the shrines that are like the test of strength, where you
Uh-huh.
have to fight the boss guy.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
those really aren't difficult if you have Hyrule Castle gear.
Oh,
You
I
just
see,
go
I
in,
see.
like,
So
you
it's
still
like,
have to like dodge attacks and try not to get hit, and if you have like really low health, like I currently do, you have a lot less leeway. But
uh-huh.
a lot of the progression is in the gear, and because it's the gear and not things you have to unlock via story progression, they don't
Yeah.
prevent you from getting those things. And the things
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
do tend to block progression, like the actual abilities with the Sheikah Slate, you get all of those like at the beginning,
Right away. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
which is just like, sorry, the day music. It's barely day, but it's
Oh, good. Yes. Also, I like the shadow of this giant mechanical thing flying overhead.
yeah, it's so nice. And like I kind of miss it when it's no longer there. Just a big old fella flying around.
Seems fine.
Um. Anyway, I have quarter of an hour. Where's the? Is it that one or is it? Um. I think that one's the tower that's for this area, so I'm gonna head that way. I got the shrine over here, so we can teleport back now. But yeah, I think a lot of just what feels good about Breath of the Wild is like there's clearly intended stuff. It's not like they just made. I think if they made the world like fully accessible, no matter where you go and no matter what you do, I think that would be really boring. Actually,
Boring. Yeah, yeah.
like if they just remove the difficulty altogether, then it doesn't feel good. But if they make a thing difficult but let you struggle through it and do it regardless, that's what feels
Or
really good, because then you're like solving the puzzle of this thing theoretically shouldn't be possible. What do I need to do to make this thing possible?
yeah, yeah. Or you can, cheese it and like, okay, I got 50 stamina elixirs brewed up so I can climb this mountain that I'm clearly not supposed to be able to climb yet. Um,
But like
like
that's the thing, is like that I wouldn't consider that cheesing it, so I'm gonna have to climb. Oh wait, no, I can.
Well, that's the thing though, is like it's not like you broke the game, it's an allowed thing, but it does mean like, okay, you don't actually have the stats that this area demands of you, but you can do things to make it so that you can survive and sneak past enemies and get in anyway. It's gonna be rough, but you can do it. It's cool. Anyway, Breath of the Wild is good. I like it. I think it's neat. I hope every open world game rips it off so that more open world games are good. That's how I feel.
Which reminds me that I've heard good things about Elden Ring.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. I've
And
heard good things
I
about
need
Elden
to
Ring as
look
well.
into if I can get that and play that, because it's like
Oh.
they combined all of my interests. I like Soulsborne
Yeah!
games, and I like open world Breath of the Wild style things. Also, I haven't been like seeking out information on Elden Ring, but I haven't been avoiding it.
Uh-huh.
But I read something somewhere about it like not having minimap indicators, like it doesn't have like, oh, you got this quest from this NPC and that NPC is over here.
Oh.
Like, apparently it doesn't do that, which I think is interesting and I want to experience.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No.
Come back. Get back over there. Just throw it. Just toss it over there. Perfect. Flawless. Oh.
Yes. Rare stones.
Oh my goodness. Ruby. Sapphire. Topaz. Diamond. Dang. Everything was in there.
For a long time, like on my previous save file, I was super rich just because I would do nothing but dig up rare rocks and then sell them for lots of money.
Everyone needs a hobby. Okay, everything that's happening here seems fine.
Tower music, my beloved. Oh, I just remembered while I'm thinking about the music, there was a message in chat, like, ages ago now, mentioning whether, yeah, there we go, in the Divine Beasts themes, all have the SOS beeps in. That is correct. They do.
Oh, neat.
Only in, I believe, the first version before you activate any of the terminals, but they all have beeps and they're all like, I read a really good post about it where it's like, depending on the like character's personality who was piloting the Divine Beast, like affects how strongly you can hear it and how frantic it sounds, and like when in the song it comes in.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's neat. I'll have to look this up. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
I'm so smart and good at puzzles. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can, while I'm holding up, let's see if I can find it on my blog.
Oh my goodness.
You're multitasking.
This stream is educational. Oh dear. Oh,
what is... Oh, that's a good camera angle. There you go. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it. I don't remember what words. Oh, yeah, there we go. I found it. I just had to actually use a Zelda word and it would give me the Zelda post. I'm gonna put this in chat so that people can look at it later.
Okay, yeah.
There we go.
I'll open that up after, or I'll open it up now. Open it up now for later.
Which hopefully the video still works, because I reblogged it a while ago. Actually, I apparently reblogged it, because that's only 2 months, apparently. Oh hey, I just noticed it's like, I've got 5 minutes left of stream. When did that happen?
Oh, wow. Yeah, great question. Somewhere in the point where we were yelling about game design for however long we were yelling about game design.
Yeah, but I remember yelling about game design and looking at the clock like, wow, are we gonna spend, like, I hope I don't, like, get distracted and not do much. And I checked the time and it had only been like an hour, so we've been talking about game design for like an hour. Which is, I think, Breath of the Wild is a good game just because it's, like, good to do in the background while talking about things. But there's also, it's still, like, varied things happening.
Yeah.
Which I might swap back to doing more Breath of the Wild rather than Animal Crossing for a bit. Just because I've been doing so much Animal Crossing that, like, I'm worried I'm gonna get sick of it because it's very similar gameplay.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, absolutely do like what you're feeling most, I think. That's my feelings. Um if you're like, man, I'm really in the mood for some Animal Crossing, then cool, we'll do that. And if you're like Breath of the
Mm.
Wild, then I love this game. I love just wandering around in this game. So I'm happy either way. No one asked me, but I'm happy either way.
I mean, I feel like I
Beans.
appreciate your opinion on these things too, since like I've been dragging you into commentate. If it's something you enjoy, then we get some really fun conversations, like this game design conversation.
Yeah,
But yeah, I
you
might
just,
like swap back and forth between Animal Crossing and Zelda.
I
Eventually,
mean,
at some point, I might like. I do want to go back to doing 2 streams a week at some point. I'm gonna wait until it might arguably be pretty soon, actually, given how
oh, how Minecraft is going.
yeah. So update on the Minecraft thing that I do on Saturdays normally. It's the reason I stopped my Sunday streams. We didn't do it this week, which is why I was able to move.
Hmm.
I'm on my final life.
Oh boy.
Which also means that I am not allowed to befriend any of the people who have more than one life left, and kind of free to
You're
murder as
evil
many people
now.
as I want.
Evil mochi time.
Which I'm not very good at fighting. The reason I ended up going to my final life was because I got the boogeyman thing, which meant I had to kill someone or I'd lose all of my lives anyway. And I tried really hard. I'm not very good at fighting. Oh, you're right, Thren. Demon Mochi time.
Yes, Demon Mochi. Let Mochi be a little evil as a treat.
But yeah, so
But
depending
yeah, that
on
makes
how
sense
things
for when
go,
there's
I might not last much longer. So once I'm no longer doing, because that's like a pretty social intensive thing, so it was a bit much to have happening and then have a stream the next day. That's why I stopped doing Sunday streams. But once that's wrapped up, I should probably have enough energy to be able to do Sunday streams again.
Okay.
So if that does end up being the case, it might end up being that one day I do like Animal Crossing or other chill games, and then I continue doing Breath of the Wild the other day.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There's lots of ways it could run. Anyway, I'm gonna go over to this tree, and then I'm gonna end the stream at this
Yeah,
tree.
nice scenic vista to end on.
Scenic vista.
Hi,
and also like pointing myself at the tower that I want to go climb next.
Oh, that also makes sense, yeah.
Hi, Ollie. Yeah, unfortunately, I am. Actually, I'm gonna fly across. Just because I can. Maybe I'll just keep walking while I do my outro stuff.
I can link things in here if you want me to grab your VOD.
Yeah, if you want to.
Is it this? Is that right? Yeah, there's
yes.
Previous streams are on the YouTubes.
So I finally, I'm up to date on my previous streams now. I have all of them up there, including the entire Hollow Knight playthrough.
Oh, yeah.
So, oh, it's colder than that.
If you want to watch how that went. And then I think this is us. Let's see if that's right. Yeah, there's our channel. If you aren't watching our channel, we're finishing up Hades and playing Deadly Premonition 2, which has been a ride. And we have plans for a new game coming up soon. So very exciting.
I'm very excited for more to see what things are going to happen after stuff.
Yeah, we're mixing it up a little. Something else came onto our radar very recently that we want to jump in and try out. So,
ooh, I'm not sure if I know about this. Now I'm curious.
Yeah, it's very exciting. Oh, good. Important. Oh, it's cold here.
Yeah, this is going to be fun for me to return to because this is the only cold resistance food I have, and this area is actually too cold for just my one warm jacket to cover.
Okay, so you're dooming yourself again so that you'll come back in and be like, "Oh, great, I'm going to die after 6 months or whatever." Um
Well, what's the point of leaving without leaving myself a fun little challenge?
Life is fun because of the mysteries. Isn't that right, Zach?
There's a whole bunch of enemies there, and like none of them noticed me. Maybe I can get to this tower and end there.
Oh, yeah.
It'll mean I'll go over a little bit, but then I get to give Ollie a little something to watch.
All right. We're not ending yet. We're gonna see about climbing. Are we climbing the tower?
Yes.
Okay, exciting.
Which I think I do have to find a way to melt this, but I think I don't need something fiery. I should just be able to set a fire, and that should work. No, that's a butterfly.
Oh my goodness. Ollie has resorted to adding mustaches to her emotes to make Twitch not transform them. That's a great fix. Oh. Okay, that's cool. I think I just had fiery arrows or something.
Normally what I do here is, normally by this point in my explorations, I have a fire staff, which would be on my back, and that's what keeps you warm enough to... That's another thing, because you don't need to have the correct gear or the correct, food. You can just get a really hot sword and hold that, and it'll keep you warm.
Top tier strats.
Hopefully this will be close enough to melt the rest of it. At least enough so I can get past.
It's working on it.
Maybe I can...
Hot sword. Come get your hot sword.
Because it goes slower the further away it is.
Well, you can squeeze through back there.
Yes!
Yeah!
Victory!
Yeah!
What was I took? I was saying something. I don't remember what. But yeah,
No,
my previous...
by hot swords.
My previous save of Breath of the Wild, the first thing I did before doing any, barely any shrines, before doing any of the dungeons, before progressing any plot, I just went around and got every single tower. And some of those are easier to do than others when you don't have the correct gear. There's an entire area at the, bottom left of the map that's completely frozen over. And it's so cold that, excuse me, that you need to be super warm at all times. So I went through the entire area, and it's super dangerous. All of the enemies do a lot of damage, all of the shrines are really difficult. And I went through the entire area with, starter gear and, a fiery sword that I found. And I explored the entire area and then discovered that the tower was right near the start, and I just missed it because it was in a ravine.
Oh my god.
And I had to go all the way back. Oh, there's Chloe. Anyway, now I can teleport here, so I can... If it gets too cold, I can teleport away and go cook some things. I have options.
Perfect.
Anyway, we already did the outro stuff because you already put the links in chat and everything.
Yeah, I jumped the gun. Thank you all for coming and watching us yell. This was a lot of fun.
Sorry, I
Thanks
also
for
love
having
that the
me.
map will, like, you'll find areas that you're like, I want to go see what that is when you unlock the map. And it's like how can you look at this and not be like, I want to go explore that?
What a good game.
Or like,
All right,
I wonder
all
if I
right.
can see it actually. I'm not sure if it's on this. Yeah, there we go. There's just a lake that's like a little, like, broken heart, and there's another one that's like a full heart.
Gosh, this is just making me want to play Breath of the Wild myself.
My condolences. I don't know where the other one is. But yeah, and we're running out of time on the cold resistance, so let's save and quit now.
Yeah, this is an intervention. We're leaving.
Okay, I'm ending the stream now, so I don't stay here for another 12 hours. Thank you all for coming. Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.